Welcome to the Dave's Had Enough Show, episode 69. How's it going, Levon?
Thank you for having me, and let's have a discussion.
Oh, all right, glad to have you, man. How's it going, One Piece fanboy?
Thanks for the invite, Cupcake.
You're welcome. And how's it going, RXL? He might be having audio issues. He's here though. Basically, there isn't too much to talk about today. You know, there's some things, but it ain't gonna be the longest podcast, I don't think. Who knows? We're getting discussion going forever. I guess we're gonna start off with this whole. Levon, did you hear that whole thing about Nintendo getting a patent for a handheld?
What, the controller?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's it's kind of like the Wii U, though with just a touchscreen. Think of like your iPhone as a controller.
So the whole controller is going to be a touchscreen? That's the way they were describing it.
That's what. It has shoulder buttons, if you notice real closely a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But for the most part, it was like a touchscreen controller. So yeah. It'll be interesting to see what this NX is.
Okay, so that's gonna be basically for the NX. That's what everybody's thinking, right?
Yeah, something like that. It could be something.
Okay.
I mean, but it's a patent, so they might not use this. So, yeah.
Oh, so they said it's just a patent.
Yeah.
It's most likely for the NX. I just hope they don't do another, fucking gimmick, like the gamepad was cool, but nobody wanted that. I don't know why they didn't understand that. Now they got to go make a controller that the whole fucking thing's a touchscreen. I mean, that's kind of stupid.
Well, it sounds like to me the NX is like the Wii U Part 2.
Yeah, it sounds like another Wii U. What's your thoughts on this, One Piece fanboy?
To be honest, why do we even talk about Nintendo?
Well, I always feel bad if I don't mention something that they got going on, even though they don't got really much going on.
I mean, I feel like we always have to bring out one little Nintendo article that nobody cares about. I'm just being honest. It's like, who cares? It's irrelevant. Nobody talks about Nintendo.
If we ain't talking about the Dubro Nation, and then he doesn't care.
Yeah. Well, then, I mean, you gotta mention something about Nintendo. How's it going, Armored?
Nothing much, man. I just wanted to stop in for a few minutes before I head out.
No,
How's it going, yo?
Yeah. We're just we're gonna talk on the PlayStation experience. I figured I would talk about this thing that happened with Nintendo. They had a patent this week.
I looked at that thing because I think it was Poppy or someone sent it to me on Google Plus, and it looks weird as fuck, man. It looks like a hybrid between a tablet, a controller, and something like the Vita had almost.
Wait, hold on. Dave, and can you invite Coco?
The design for it looked weird as hell.
Yeah, I just think the sounds of it just sounds really sounds like they're doing something dumb again. You would have thought they would have learned their lesson with the Wii U.
Well, this could be a prototype. I mean, because they get patents for a lot of different devices that they build, and then eventually they scrap them.
Mm-hmm.
It could be something like that. It could be like what one of the handhelds is going to be like, and then they'll go through the testing phase, and then once it goes through the testing phase, like, this doesn't work.
I think this kind of proves my point about Nintendo. I mean, there's nothing to talk about. We got to talk about patents.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're completely right. Because I mean, if y'all remember when they were first talking about the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, there was a whole bunch of different controller listings that came out back then.
Yeah.
So I mean, this could be exactly that. It could just be a patent that they got, and then once it goes through its phases, they're like, this doesn't work, so we'll scratch it. Man, is he asleep?
Yeah, Lauren, you making love to your microphone?
Nah, man, that was RXL. I was like, is he asleep over there?
I think he's having mic issues.
Oh, okay.
I think I got it working now.
Okay.
He sounded like he was a grizzly bear over there hibernating, son.
I was trying to plug this shit in.
Now, who did you say wanted to join One Piece fanboy? Was it Coco?
Coco. Yeah.
I can't find his name. I'll have to send an open invitation out, and I hate doing this because
Well, his YouTube name's Bob Kakarot or something.
yeah, it's not popping up for some reason. And that's
Hold
what
on, I'll get you his link so you can send it there.
yeah, if I do an open invitation, then
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get the link for you, so because I know you don't like doing the open invitation shit.
well, whenever the troll's around, he'll come in with like 14 troll accounts, and
Lawrence?
yeah, I think it could be somebody else. I don't know if Lawrence is even this dedicated.
You get some trolls now, man. Dave, you known for getting trolls.
Man, I don't know. It's weird.
Hey, Dave, I sent it in the chat.
That's basically what happened with Nintendo. That's their big news. I'm sure there's
Yeah,
new
you know
amiibos.
what? I thought there was going to be something else because there was talk about it being some big news coming out, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe they'll give something for the NX or something like that. And it comes to be that, and that was it.
You forgot some Minecraft is coming to Wii U.
Oh yeah, Minecraft coming to the
Okay,
Wii
that is
U. What do you guys?
so played out. Have we not played Minecraft on tablets? Have we not played Minecraft on PC, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4? Hell, you can probably get a Minecraft for fucking PlayStation 2.
But you know what? It's getting voice chat, USB keyboard support, and Pro controller support.
And
But
have we not had that for everything I just named? I mean, that's what I'm not understanding how that's a big deal.
Yo, can we move on from Nintendo?
Minecraft on the Wii U gamepad though?
It doesn't even support the controller that it comes with.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I don't understand the appeal for Minecraft. I played it, done some crazy shit in it. It's everywhere. You know, it's like fucking Happy Birds and all the other fucking shit out there. You know.
I already got Minecraft on my mobile phone, and it's pretty good. And this Minecraft is not a big announcement. It's just okay. It's just now getting there. That's all it is.
All right, Dave. I sent you the thing to his Google Plus page. You can probably send the link through there. I don't know. To me, it's just not a big deal to like write home to mommy about. But I'm pretty sure some of these YouTubers are out there doing it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're happy to get any kind of game for the Wii U. I mean,
You just got a pretty good game, from what I hear.
which one?
Xenoblade.
Oh yeah, that game is baller. Xenoblade Chronicles.
Devil's Third came out today.
No, it did. What? Did any reviews come out with it?
Dog shit.
Oh, dog
but
shit.
I hear it has a good online multiplayer.
Didn't that game get like 3s out of 10?
Yeah, it's dog shit.
I was gonna keep my Wii U for that game, but I'm glad I decided to get rid of it.
Trade that Wii U in, son.
Oh, I've traded it in.
Good job.
Long
Fight the
time
good
ago.
fight. Now all you got to do is get rid of that PlayStation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
Why would
been
he
playing my
get
PlayStation lately.
Why would Dave get rid
You
of
know
the
that New Bro Nation, man. You can't be a part of that Duno Racing life.
You know, Broken Game says that people that sell their consoles are idiots.
Didn't he just
Really?
sell his console?
Even though he sold it, even though he sold his Wii U, and even though he sold his PS3.
Hold on.
he's-
Broken Game said that shit? I mean,
Yeah, he did.
you know that people sell their shit all the time? Like, you can go on a fucking yard sale and probably find most of these damn
And
consoles.
you want to
at.
know what's funny about that? He sold his PS4. Remember? He sold his PS4 because of the hard drive. was failing.
Here's why I call people idiots for selling their consoles. When you go sell your console and then go back like 6 months later and go rebuy the same goddamn console. That's when I'm calling you an idiot. Because then why did you sell it in the first place?
Yeah, he brings that up too, and how all of his friends sell it and then buy it back. And then Then he names some of the trash that he hangs around with, and I can see why they're so stupid that they sell it and then buy it back.
I can agree onto that point. Like, if you're gonna go sell it and buy it back, because I've never understood that logic, you know. But like, if like for example, I got rid of my 360, I threw that shit right back to fucking Goodwill because, you know, I'm not using this shit anymore. That shit has been sitting on my shelf for like 2 years now. It hasn't been used.
Well, like Hard 8 Times, I think he's sold his PS4 and Xbox One like at least 6 times minimum.
Yeah, now see, that right there is retarded. Now, if you're doing that shit, you just go slap yourself real quick, because there's no reason to be selling that.
I think there is a reason. He's probably poor and he has to, you know, go back and forth.
Yeah, but here's
You
the
know,
thing.
he might have to
here-
pay the bills.
If you bought the same console 6 times, you could have used that money for something else. I mean, you can't sit there and say the motherfucker's poor, he's got to do this or whatever like that, and then wait for the next goddamn check. You can wait for the next wealthy check.
Well, you know, I don't want to tell tales out of school, but for a while he didn't have a gaming PC, and he said for some unknown reasons that he couldn't say that he couldn't have a PC.
He said he had other priorities.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Well, didn't his
Which one said this?
Hard 8.
Hard 8? You sure he just wasn't pulling someone's dick for a good while? That's the reason why he couldn't have it? They restrict him from that shit?
I think that's weird. I wouldn't. He said that like he was bragging.
That motherfucker was looking for a goddamn sausage with his fat ass. That's the reason why you don't see him on cam.
No, Dave, you gotta get Coco in here.
I sent him an invite.
Alright.
Yeah, he was in a life or death situation, he said.
I'm gonna tell you right now, working in fucking county jail, I've seen motherfuckers fight, and I've seen some of these dudes throw people off the fucking balconies and shit on the second floor. I ain't never seen a motherfucker sit there and pull another motherfucker's dick.
And didn't he say like he was respected for it or something?
Nah.
I don't watch it.
If they said you're respected for that shit, you wasn't pulling that motherfucker's dick. You was pulling it with your teeth is what you was pulling it with.
Oh.
That's what you was pulling it with.
Yeah, he said he was in a life or death situation, so I guess just grabbed somebody's nuts.
I mean, that's what if that's what he had to do, then okay. It may not be the best decision in the world or whatever.
Levon, you about to lose some respect points from me, man. Don't say it's okay to pull another motherfucker's dick.
No, it's not okay.
Don't
That's screwed up. It is.
Yeah. There's nothing okay with that shit.
It's not a man if you do that.
I'm sorry. I would rather get my ass kicked than have to pull a motherfucker's dick.
When I'm fighting someone or
Stop,
something
drop, and
in
roll.
jail or something, I would hit him in the face or something.
I'd rather stop, drop.
Didn't he say he got knocked out in that video too after that shit happened? So
No, he said.
I think he said he was raped every day or some crap.
Hardy said when he grabbed his thing, like the guy had to go to medical and stuff. So I don't know.
yeah, like I said, if the guy had to go to medical, it wasn't grabbing with his hand, man. That was grabbing with his mouth. That motherfucker bit that shit.
So
I mean,
wouldn't that be technically sucking it in a sense?
Come on, you got a brain there, son. I don't know about that. I don't know if Dave wants to keep this X-rated or G-rated or whatever.
I don't know how much longer ago this Levon.
Yo, can we get to some real news now?
Yeah, Levon, man. You might want to watch out, son.
Let's get to some news.
Yes,
news.
basically about anybody else on Minecraft on the Wii U? Any more?
Like I said, my opinion on the Minecraft shit is that shit is all over the fucking place.
Can we get to the crybaby? Can we get to the crybabies crying about Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, we can talk about.
Hold on. Here's okay. Let me get into the reason why I'm a little ticked off with Final Fantasy VII. And it's not the gameplay, because I didn't really care too much about turn-based combat. That's the reason why I fell off Final Fantasy. It's because of it being fucking episodic in 3 fucking parts. And
They never said just 3, and it's gonna be full content.
It's multiple parts. I'm feeling it's gonna be about 3 parts, bro.
So even if it's 3, they're gonna be full-size games.
Look. Here's my opinion. I would rather wait for the fucking game to come out 100% than have to pay for each individual part.
But it's gonna be full-size games.
Full-size games?
Yes. They're
They
doing
just
this
do
so they won't
fucking
have to cut out.
full-size. So what you're telling me is they're taking one game that we got back 15 years ago, back in
That was
'97.
15 years ago.
Hold on. Back in '97, when that shit came out on 3 disc, right? They're taking that one game that came out on 3 disc, and they're gonna be like, well, we're gonna break it up and sell it to you in 3 different fucking ways. Man, to me, that's a money ploy.
Well, they're doing this so they won't have to cut out on content.
It's like The Hobbit. Like The Hobbit was one book, but they made like 3 movies out of it.
Yeah, and look what happened to The Hobbit. Did you see the last 2 fucking parts of The Hobbit? It was terrible.
No, I don't watch that shit, but
And that's what I'm saying. They're trying to pull something that the fucking Hobbit and the other movies that came out. What's that one? Bird on Fire, whatever the fuck that one is with the girl.
Mockingbird.
Yeah, Mockingbird. The same fucking shit, man.
But they're
I'm
doing
not
this so they won't have
interested
to
in
cut
that.
out content. They're doing it so they can give you more. If they
Look,
wanted
man,
to,
that
I-
sounds like a brony trying to fucking protect his damn group.
Brony. I don't even like Final Fantasy VII that much. I think it's alright.
Like I said, man, the game came out 15 years ago. We all know what the ending's gonna be, right? Everybody knows the fucking ending if you played the game.
They're
So
adding
why the
more
fuck are you
content.
cutting out the damn shit? Just put it all on one. Just put it all on one fucking case.
Okay.
Sell it for me for $80 or $100. I'll be fine with that.
I'll be fine for 2, but the majority of these gamers will cry saying you have to spend $100 on a video game.
But think about it though. If you want to get the full experience for Final Fantasy VII, let's say there's 3 parts, right? 3 games, right? I'm just going off of 3 games because that's what the original disc was. If I'm not mistaken, was 3 discs. Let's say it's 3 discs. Now let's say each individual part is $40. You're already paying, a DLC season pass plus the damn game itself. Why don't you just give me that?
First of all, the director said he's not going to call it episodic. It's parts. So it's just pretty much going to be sequels.
Well, it's pretty much what it is. Is he's just using the name on words, though. That's all he's using. We all know it's going to be episodic. It's going to be like one of these Telltale shits.
Wait, what's wrong with sequels? They're giving you more content. They're going to be.
Is it a sequel? Is it a remake? Is it a reboot? They need to decide. That's what I'm trying to get at.
It's a remake. They're giving you more stuff.
They're giving you stuff.
What do you want them to do?
What I wanted to do, this is what I wanted to do, and I'll tell you right now. I wanted to come out with the game, say, look, it'll come out 2017, 2018, here's all the game, boom, bam, done. If you want to sell it to me for $80, I'll buy it for $80. I don't want to sit here and see, because here's the reason why I don't want to see this shit. Because if they get away with this shit, then we already got Hitman doing the exact same shit too, right? In order to get the full Hitman experience, you have to buy in parts. Then this is going to become a common practice. And then what are you going to do? You're going to deal with the same fucking practices, and then we're going to have another thing to bitch at besides, people bitching at microtransactions and season pass. Now we're going to have this shit. To me, it sounds lazy. It just sounds like straight laziness. They want to shit out there so they can sell it.
Not expensive. Is an expensive hobby.
Oh, it's a very fucking expensive hobby.
Yes, it is.
But that's what I'm trying to get at. I mean, I would rather have the shit 100% done and get it over with, not sit there and break it up in parts because you want to try to, earn a little bit, few extra.
Well, games cost money. The game's expensive. What do you want them to do?
I would be fine. Look, like I would be fine if they raised up the price to like $80 or $100 for a really good game that's going to give me 400, maybe 500 something hours. I'd pay $80 for that shit. But I want it all in one. I don't want to sit there and wait for the shit.
They're giving you full-size games, though.
Huh?
They're giving you full-size games.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and I wouldn't have a problem with paying fucking $80 for all of it in one box.
Well,
not having to sit there
games cost
and wait for the
money,
shit.
and they want sequels.
But see, we're going off of the look. No offense to you, man, and no offense to the Dual Bromations. We're going off of the word of a company. How many times have we heard a company tell us they're giving us full size this, they're giving us full size that, and this shit's been dog shit?
Wait, name me some examples.
Star Wars Battlefront.
That game's good. What are you talking about?
It's good, but do you not feel that it doesn't lack on content?
Depends.
I mean, for another prime example, fucking another good game that's hold on. Another good game that came out, man, that only has 10 fucking maps. That's $60 fucking dollars. That's been in development for 4 years. Is Rainbow Six Vegas, Siege.
Yeah.
They were promised that was going to be a damn good game, but I mean, the only saving grace on that game is it gives you free DLC.
Yeah, that's
So
what
how
I'm
is it
saying.
lacking on content?
And I'll knock another one in the ball.
Wait,
that was
hold
free.
on. So how is
Hold on.
Rainbow Six lacking on content if they're giving you free DLC?
They're giving you free DLC, but that shit should have already been pushed onto the disc. You had 4 years of development time, and you're telling me you could only come up with 10 maps?
So it's not lacking on content if they're coming with more stuff.
That's lacking on content, because if you had, all right, listen, an average development time is anywhere between 24 months to about 18 months for most of these games that come out now. You got 4 years of development time. Granted, in that 4 years of development time, you had 2 different developers. You still could have chopped up some of that other fucking shit that the other developer was working on and put that on there. You come out with fucking 10 maps and a limited amount of guns and shit, and I mean, just because you're giving me free DLC, I should pass on that? No.
I didn't play the game, so I can't really judge, but I disagree with Battlefront.
Battlefront had a lot of fucking content, and I'm not talking about the campaign because a lot of these people that sit here and bitched about Battlefront not having campaign, I want any one of y'all to tell me what the fuck Battlefront 2 and Battlefront 1's
Yeah,
campaign
I'm talking
was.
about the new one.
I've been saying. I have never.
How is the new one lacking on content?
Weren't those
Maps,
games like
man.
on the PS2 though?
Yeah, them games were on the PS2, and when Battlefront 2 and Battlefront 1 came out, they started out with 36 maps. Minimum.
That's like saying, look, this, the original Super Mario had 36 levels,
Oh
and
yeah,
now you got this high end.
But we're
Now you
getting
got this high end,
But we're getting
platformer,
the same
and it
thing
should
with
have
Final
36
Fantasy.
levels.
But we're getting the same thing with Final Fantasy. I mean, we're doing the exact same thing with Final Fantasy right now. Think about it. They're giving us a 15-year-old game. They're remaking it. Yes, they're remaking it, and I appreciate that. But you're wanting to chop up the fucking game and make 3 different fucking games or 4 different games in one fucking game that everybody's already played. We already know how the campaign's going to go, and we already know the ending. You know? Why are you doing that? Because it's a money scam. Bottom line. And people are going to pay for it.
Maybe people really love that game and they don't want it to be over in 20, 30, or even 100 hours.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
they want like a trilogy.
I don't know. To me, man, I don't see the reason for it. I mean, like I said, I would rather have that game full front. And I would even say the same shit with Halo. They should have fucking pushed Halo back another year. Made the campaign a little bit longer and a little bit better. And that's my go-to fucking game. I feel like that game was lacking in content.
Well, that's a new trend now, though. I seen it with Splatoon. They're gonna sell you the game, and then you're gonna get the shit later on. They're like, yeah, you're getting free DLC, but you're really just getting the game that you were supposed to get day one down the road.
Oh yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say.
I don't think Halo was lacking in content. I think it was lacking in quality.
I agree with you that they were lacking in some quality because they took out a lot of fucking features in that game that they didn't need to take out, and then the fact that they had to wait until 3 months to re-add them back, almost like we're just now getting Forge. I mean, and Halo's my shit. I've already got fucking 300 something hours in that game. That's my shit, and I'm going to tell you right now, I feel like it was lacking in a lot of shit that it should have had. I hate the fact that one of the things I hate in Halo is I'm conformed to fucking just a helmet and an armor set.
How can you play that trash for 300 hours?
Did you buy?
Because I love the multiplayer. The multiplayer is fucking badass, but I mean everything else is lacking. I mean, there's not even a fucking firefighter or goddamn Spartan ops in that shit.
Did you buy the collector's edition? Anybody?
Yeah, I bought the Xbox.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I liked Halo 5. I just was disappointed with it. I don't like a to-be-continued ending. I hate that shit.
I already sold it.
But if you don't like a to-be-continued ending, that's what we're going to get with Final Fantasy VII, if you think about it. They're going to fix you onto buying however many fucking games to buy just to continue that shit. You're making one game into a fucking series, which is already one fucking game. But that's what I'm getting at. It shouldn't be cut in half. It was already out. Like I said, we already know the whole story of the fucking game.
Is it going to be $5 a pop like they did with Resident Evil?
It's going to be full price $60 games. It's not.
Yeah, it's going to be full price $60 games.
$60 a pop?
Yep.
Because these are not episodic. These are just going to make sequels to the game.
You're making a sequel to a 15-year-old game, and you're calling it a remake. Why don't you just call that a fucking reboot? Because that's what it's sounding like.
Alright, so if it was called a reboot, you would be happy with it?
Yeah, I would be happy with it because then they would tell me, okay, this is a reboot. Because think about it, how are you gonna make full? All right, let's say off air. Let's just say, for example, they do make it 3 disc, 3 games. How are you gonna do that on a fucking game that's 15 years old? That I think the average you could kill was like 18, 20 hours in that game, and you killed it. If you just did the main shit, I mean,
Probably.
how are you going to do that? You're going to have to, yeah, you're right. You're going to have to add a lot more content in the game. You're going to have to add a lot more shit that they probably couldn't do back then. So that's a reboot. That's not a remake.
Or they're probably gonna flesh out the story more.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. When you're doing that, you're rebooting the franchise. It's not going to be the same thing that we knew and loved 15 years ago.
I
And
think
Maybe
that's
it's
what people are
developers,
pissed off about.
these developers are just seeing what they can get away with.
And that's what I'm getting at. If they get away with this and people don't bitch about it, which I'm not saying that you should fucking, start a goddamn campfire over this shit, but what I'm saying is if you do this, we're just opening the door for more shit, for more
So, how
companies to do
many
the same
parts
thing.
will be for the Final Fantasy VII remake? Like, how many
They
parts?
haven't
Probably 3.
specified.
What'd you
Probably
say?
3.
Three.
I'm
So,
thinking 3.
$60 each would be about $180, which will almost be about a console, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think the
Because we
people
don't even
that
know what
make these
games are coming out.
games, I think the people that make these games are artists, and I don't think you should be telling the artist like how a painter like how to paint. You should be telling Picasso how to paint. So I think the last thing developers should do is listen to gamers.
Yeah, they're stupid.
Hey, I can agree to that to some sense, but I don't agree to when you're just bringing out an old fucking game and then rehashing it and trying to resell it to us
I
when we
mean,
already
how
know
do
the
you know they're
storyline.
rehashing it? How do you know they're
Hold
not
on, hold
taking
on,
their
hold on,
time?
hold on. What's up, brother?
Oh,
I'm getting ready now, man. I'll be out the door in a few.
Oop.
All right. Hold on for a second.
Coco, is that you?
yeah. So
Okay, that's Coco.
okay. So to counter Armored's point, I was thinking, even though it would be split up episodically, there are other Final Fantasy VII games like Crisis Core, Dirge of Cerberus, and there was also a mobile game that was actually in canon with the main series. So they could theoretically add that to the remake.
Are you guys talking about Final Fantasy VII? Can I say
Yeah.
something real quick? I was in an argument with another YouTuber about this because there are people out there who are defending this, and the argument that they made, okay, you get 30 hours of content for like $30 a piece for like 3-4 episodes. But think about that. Would you rather pay $60 for a 120-hour game, or would you rather pay $120 for a 120-hour game? Because you're
I mean,
ultimately
how do you
paying.
know it's going to be 30 hours? I don't know how you jumping the conclusions based off a game that's probably not going to come out until like
No, I'm
2017.
not. I'm not saying this is from another person's theory. He thought, oh, if there's an if in that, if the game was 30 hours for $30 for per episode, and you were getting a deal, but in all actuality, it's really a trick because you're paying $120 for a game that's 120 hour.
My bad, guys.
You're paying $120 for a game that's 120 hours when we have games that have come out this year that are longer than that and are only $60.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get a prime example for that, I mean, think about Fallout 4. You're getting Fallout 4 for $60, and you're probably gonna get the same amount of time as the new Final Fantasy 7.
How do you know that? The game's not even out
Well,
yet.
we don't know, but
We're
we don't know because
speculating.
you're speculating too, though. You're
That's all we're
speculating as well as we
speculating.
are.
Then how about this? Everybody be quiet. The game's not coming out from 2 years from now.
Here's the
And
thing:
then
if we don't voice our opinion on shit, then shit won't ever change if it wants to be changed. I mean, you
then how do you
have
know
to
it's
be able
bad?
to be somewhat critical about shit.
How do you
Well,
know it's bad?
that's a pretty high standard to hold games to. Like you have to be as long as Fallout 4 for
Well,
$60.
no. I'm not saying it has to be as long as Fallout 4, but I mean, it has to be somewhat justifiable to pay
But that's how
$60 for fucking three games, which is like I'm saying, this game is a 15-year-old story. trust me, I wanted it to come out just as anyone else, and I thought the combat mechanics looked sweet as shit, in all honesty. But I don't see the reason why I should have to pay for a 15-year-old story $180 or $140.
Okay,
Maybe
wait.
for adding new
Hold
content.
on a sec. When you were AFK, I kind of mentioned that. What if they added content from the other Final Fantasy games to the story, like they're just
And
separate?
that would be fine. That's the reason why I'm not going to hold my opinion and say, okay, you know, this game's completely fucking dumbass and they're just scamming us. For what I'm seeing right now, it feels like a scam. Until I know more information, I'm not going to say anything else. Because like I said, how many times in gaming history have we heard them say that they're going to add or they're going to do great shit, yada, 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 and then they scam us? You know?
The only reason I'm very weary is because, again, in this comment I said, this is Square Enix we're talking about, not Squaresoft. Square Enix, Squaresoft, pretty much two different companies. The Squaresoft world.
Here's my other thing, man. It's a business too. Gaming is a business. These motherfuckers are out to make a business, and you said this well enough, RXL. Gamers are dumbasses. And we will buy shit just because they say something. And in reality, a lot of times it doesn't end up being what the fuck they were saying it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's what you have to look at. You can't just take anything that they say for face value.
I mean, it just seems like you're, jumping to conclusions. And,
but, I mean, we're both jumping to conclusions because you're saying...
Then how about this? Nobody talk about it. The game's not coming out for years from now.
Oh, come on, dude, bro. Don't get butthurt because,
I'm not getting butthurt.
Look. The Definitive Edition is going to be on the Xbox One regardless, okay?
Okay, I own an Xbox One.
I'm sorry?
The Definitive Edition is going to be on the Xbox One. I'm waiting for someone to say some shit.
Definitive version.
So is this going to be a new trend with games? How they're going to do?
I think it is if it goes that route. Because I mean, I'm already pissed off with the Hitman shit. Because I mean, they've been Square Enix has been very iffy about what's going on with the Hitman shit. Like I don't know if y'all went to y'all's GameStop and looked up any details about it, like the pricing and everything. They haven't said shit about it, and it's supposed to come out, the mid-tail of the end of next year or whatever.
I forgot about Hitman.
We don't know nothing,
Yeah, the hit now with Resident Evil, it was like $25 for the whole game. They could have charged like $50 if they wanted to. That was actually a good deal for Resident Evil Revelations 2.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
I mean, nothing wrong with it.
Like I said, if the practice is done right and it's done good, and the game's actually what they say they're going to give us, I'll give it to them. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not going to buy it, because I am going to buy the game. I will buy it on the Xbox One, but I'm not going to buy, that's just me.
Okay, so how about this? If Final Fantasy VII does do the episodic thing, the very first episode was $5, but it's only the very beginning of the whole Midgar arc, which is like 5 to 10 hours. Would you pay for that?
Yeah, I would pay for that. Like I said, I'm going to still buy the game. I just don't feel that the practice is done right, is what I'm saying. Because, I mean, this is a 15-year-old story, like I've said before, and everybody's already known the story that has played that game in the past.
Wait a minute, you're still going to buy the game?
Yeah, I'm still going to buy the game. I mean, is there supposed to be... can I not have a disagreement and still say that I can't buy the game? Or do I have to be like everybody else and be like, oh, well, fuck this, I don't like what they're doing, so I'm never going to buy the game.
You sound like you feel that they're ripping you off.
I feel like what the practice they're doing is a ripoff, and I've said that before. But I don't know more, and until I know more, I can't say that's a scam or not. That was the reason why I looked up the Hitman shit, because I wanted to see how the Hitman shit was going, because I was gonna gauge off of what they were gonna do that to and figure out what their pricing was gonna be. Because, I mean, it's made by the same company. And the Hitman, they don't even have the pricing for how the episodic center for that shit.
I heard there's
that comes out at the end of next year.
I heard there's like a beta form, too.
Yeah, it is.
They're going to let you try it. There's going to be like a little demo for it or something, or beta. That's coming.
There's supposed to be a beta at the beginning of this year for the Hitman stuff, but then they're going to start releasing the content as it goes out. And, I mean, if that's what they're doing with the Hitman, I feel like that's probably what they're going to be doing with Final Fantasy VII in some ways,
You're still going to buy it, so.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can have a discussion on something, and I can disagree with what it's going and still purchase the damn thing. I mean, I don't see why I shouldn't be able to purchase something regardless.
You need
Well,
to
the problem I have is that a lot of these people say they're not going to buy something and they disagree with it and they buy it anyway. And then
Well,
they-
yeah, I mean, that's the reason why I'm not going to be a hypocrite about that shit. I'll openly admit that I'm going to buy the shit, even though I don't like the practice that's going on. You know, I bought fucking Rainbow Six Siege, and I don't like the fact that it
What'd you
came out
get?
with 10 maps.
What'd you get it on? The Xbox?
Xbox One.
Okay,
I just got it last weekend.
I like it.
Hmm?
I like it.
I haven't popped it in yet. I haven't had the time.
It does feel like they could have added some game modes, but they are going to give them for free. I mean,
Everyone that I talked to on the Xbox One and everybody that plays it has said the exact same thing. They feel like from what they played, it was not worth it. Like a couple of my buddies said that they've already got like 20-something hours into the game, and it's kind of starting to get stale and stagnant with them.
oh, I like it. I play it. I like games like that because I can just get on, play like 2 hours, 3 hours, I'm done. I don't have to invest my life into it.
Well, yeah.
Like like I was talking to Kenoshi earlier, like, you know, Fallout, I would have to like suck my life into that game, and then you could play 10 hours and feel like you've gone nowhere in it, you know?
Not really. Beat that game in 24 hours.
Yeah, but if you want to
What
look
the fuck?
around,
I mean, all you did was what, the main storyline?
Nope. Pretty much did all the side quests.
no,
You did all the side quests in 20 hours?
I said pretty much all, as in like, you know.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, how the fuck did you do that shit? I'd love to see the live play on that one.
Okay, then I want to bring up this. Did any of you guys hear about this new enhanced version of Dying Light?
I think that's just an expansion pack, if I'm not mistaken.
No. They're gonna enhance the fucking graphics. Like I never seen them do this before, where they put a game out this year and they're gonna enhance the graphics. Like, and so
Couldn't they just do that with a fucking update?
yeah,
That's what they're gonna do. Actually, I think they're gonna say they're gonna do it for free for people who already own it.
yeah. If you own it, they're doing it for free, and I think
Oh, okay. Well, then that's justified.
yeah, and you're getting all the DLC too. So you're getting like the Game of the Year edition. So that, I mean, you would think most people nowadays, with how they cry about everything costing money, they should be all over that game. You know?
Look,
There's
man,
there's a developer not out to rip you off.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Levon said it right. It's an expensive habit. I mean, you're gonna fucking, if you want to keep playing, you're gonna keep playing. You know.
It's not really expensive when you think about it.
Well, yeah, it's not if you have the right funds and everything. But I mean, most people, it is an expensive habit too.
I mean, even working at McDonald's, it really shouldn't be that expensive.
If you can save up
if
some
you-
money, if you can save up your money,
I
then
mean, if you
can-
save up your
can-
money, man, and you ain't got kids and shit,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, you got to look at each individual person and the lifestyle that they're living in.
Yeah,
you know, Are
okay.
they living on their own? Do they have
Okay.
family? Shit like that. Do they have cars?
Mhm.
I think for gaming not to be like, you know, inexpensive, like you have to, for it to be expensive to somebody, you have to have pretty much made a long line of mistakes along the way in life. Like
I
having children and a crappy job, and maybe your apartment's too expensive. Maybe you took out a car that's a little bit too nice.
You
I
don't
gotta
have to
agree
buy-
with you on
you
that,
don't-
man.
You don't have to
Like
buy
a-
every game that comes out either.
Yeah, you don't have to
No,
buy
that's
every
true.
game that comes out.
That's true, which kind of backs up my point that gaming's not expensive,
Yeah.
because you're not going to buy every game that comes out.
Well, I think a lot of these people will buy. I mean, for prime example, Wealthy Bear Hugger will buy every game that comes out.
He gets donated stuff. Like,
I don't
Big-
think, dude. I don't know what the fuck he gets them shits, but he gets them
I
somehow. Because that
think he gets
motherfucker got
it
some
from
more
his
games than I got.
PayPal, and his subscribers send him like money and stuff like that. That's
a
what I
loser.
think. That's what I think, guys. That's what I
Poor
think.
Hugger.
that benefit concert.
I look at Bear Hugger like a homeless person that hits me up at the taco truck. Like, I'm not going to give you money because you'll just spend it on drugs, or in his case, games. But I'll buy him a taco or something.
Okay.
You know, buy that motherfucker a taco.
I bet he's gonna do a Bear Eats on that taco though in a couple minutes.
I can't trust you with this money, Bear Hugger. You'll go out and buy a PSN card.
I don't know why
I mean, I heard that he had to fill up buckets of water.
I think that was actually proven on one of the Mad Hatters videos.
Yeah, I know who said it. It was like in an after podcast thing. You know.
I had a neighbor that used to, when I was younger, he used to steal our water. Like when we would go out, he would take his garbage pails and fill them up with water. And I never seen shit like that before. It was when we first moved to Tennessee.
I've seen motherfuckers siphon electricity, but actually steal your fucking water. Are you serious?
Yeah, I had a friend that she had a meter, the thing that you put into the electricity thing. You pop that in. They catch you with that. You want a fucking trouble. But yeah, I seen people steal our water. It was like he had like 6 fucking. We because you paid for your water bill, and we were like wondering why our water was so fucking high. Well, we caught him one day when we coming home. He was fucking filling up his fucking garbage pails up with water, taking a bath with water in the garbage pail. I can see Bear Hugger doing that. It's a lot of work though. He'd have to carry the fucking garbage can full of water if it don't have wheels.
There's a lot of work, but he could have got a fucking job of all that fucking work he's doing.
He said the welfare money's too good. He said he'd rather just do that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a lot of potential jobs for Bear Hugger, such as customer service and all that.
I said the same thing, man. He could do some home customer service or some shit that telecom shit or whatever.
I just think if you have to choose between water or gaming, and you choose gaming, you have some issues.
Well, no, I mean, he also chose his rent too. Remember, he had to show that whole little thing that his rent was behind. I'm sorry, you got issues if you're gonna take your livelihood and be on the street.
Wait, he showed that? I don't watch the stuff.
When I called him a scam artist on Poppy 2's case shit, he went out and did a fucking a whole little fucking podcast showing his goddamn financial statements and shit and showing that his rent was past due. And he literally showed that he was about to get fucking kicked out of his apartment. And I'm like, you just made my fucking case.
I might gotta watch this podcast. It's still on his channel, Poppy's channel.
Oh, he took it down.
Oh. No, wait, you called him a scam artist.
I called him a scam artist.
Where can I find that video?
I actually have a specific. Are you talking about Bear's podcast?
Yeah, what was that podcast I called him a scam artist on?
No, I actually.
I think it was called Bear Hugger. I Expose Myself. Bear Chills Live. I Expose Myself.
Yeah, I actually still have that cache, or I know somebody who has it.
Yeah, because I called him out on it, and then the next, I was thinking, what was it, the next day or the day or that night, he fucking did a podcast with fucking One Stop and Baby Girl, and they're sitting there, praising this motherfucker, saying, he's sitting there telling him that he's golden and he doesn't mind scamming from the fucking Canadian government, and I'm like,
One Stop's still alive? I thought his channel died.
Oh, man, both them channels are graveyard, son.
I thought RXL destroyed
fucking RXL destroyed that shit. He put the foot down over there.
I mean, One Stop's channel completely changed. He tried to do gameplay and all of that.
He should be thanking me now because I've turned him into a gamer. Now his channel is mostly like gameplays, isn't it? Like live streaming.
Yeah, but he's still garbage at the shit.
RXL did that twice in 1 year. He destroyed Retro, and then One Stop.
What happened to Critical Hit, RXL? Y'all squash y'all's beef?
I don't know. He's pretty insignificant to me. I made a video or two about him. I think I don't even remember what they were about, and I just fucking forgot about him.
He's still making videos. He's still making videos, man. He made a video about 15 reasons why to get an Xbox One.
I think the last time I heard of him was I had left some comment on his video weeks ago, and somebody replied to it, and then I guess he was offended by what I said to this other person. I was like, look at this loser trying to give somebody advice on building a PC when his own shit blew up. His fucking power supply.
Hey, we proved also that everything that he's got in there is some of the cheapest hardware you can buy for a PC. Yeah, we did. Go look at Poppy shit. We did a whole little fucking podcast and broke down his PC over your PC, and like all his shit was the cheapest shit you can get. Like his graphics cards were only like $100 or some shit.
Like he wouldn't even tell me what he had in his PC. Like I was trying to befriend him, no, I'm just messing with you, man. It's cool. I like your PC. What kind of graphics cards are those? And then he wouldn't tell me.
Poppy pimped them shits out. As soon as he looked at the video, he knew exactly what the graphics cards were. I think he looked them up and they were like each like $100 and some shit like that.
Yeah, now you know why he's got Fallout 4 on the console, because I don't think that game supports SLI. So his PC at that point is pretty much a PS4.
Hey Dave, you know what? He is right. He's saying 15 reasons why I'm switching to the Xbox One. I thought you said that he doesn't flip flop.
No, it's like a troll video.
Oh, it's a troll video.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch that shit. I just read the title. I was like, really?
I guess we'll move on to the PlayStation experience. I can't find a list with all the games that they were showed. We'll just go over.
It was dog.
Yeah, we did.
It made me go to sleep a couple times.
I didn't even watch it.
So much extra.
Hey, I gotta ask, man. Has anyone seen some of the Oculus Rift VR shit?
No, but man, that PlayStation VR just
I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but their competition is kicking their ass in that VR.
Yeah, that PlayStation VR just looked terrible. Those demos looked awful.
Yeah, it didn't look good. I had a lot of faith in that.
Who wants to play 100 and what was like 100-foot fucking robots playing golf? I mean, come on. Bird Simulator?
Yeah, just the games they're not bringing the right games with it. And then they that Until Dawn, like
actually,
VR
that
game.
would have been a good game to show off on your VR, and no one's talked about that. Because you do a first-person shooter Until Dawn would be kind of fucking interesting.
Well, they're doing like a it's almost like you're on a carnival ride on a little baby roller coaster, and you're going.
It's boring.
It looks shitty. Looks terrible.
Well, they had that one, the first one they
That'd be
showed
cool.
off, man. He had no fucking hands. The dude that was looked like he was from Tron throwing the frisbee. If you
Yeah.
look close enough, one of them didn't even have any hands at all.
They need a Wii Sports, man. They need like a Wii Sports to save that thing.
Hold on, can anybody explain how PlayStation experience is bad? I'm waiting.
The games, man. I was expecting like God of War, Last of Us. I mean, even that Uncharted demo, I just didn't like it. I mean, you showed an Uncharted trailer just to show me that I can do the same shit that I did in Mass Effect and fucking Witcher and every other fucking game out there. Pick what the fuck the dialogue is.
Don't get me wrong, the graphics look nice, but is that
Show
all
me
we?
some more gameplay. Don't
Is
show
that
me that shit.
Is that all we care about now? It's just graphics. I mean,
Yeah,
don't get me wrong, graphics are great, but if you don't have the gameplay to complement,
I mean, it wasn't meant to be like some big extended gameplay.
No. Here's the thing. Your PlayStation experience, correct me if I'm wrong, is you showing off your experience. That is your time to shine. That is your time to show your A.
It was meant to show off games. They showed
Yes,
off games.
it's meant to show off games, but you would expect when you're hearing PlayStation experience, any average Joe is going to be like, oh shit, they're going to show us the really, really good games. They saved all that shit for their fucking stage. That's what an average fucking Joe's going to think about. And
So none of you were impressed with Killing Floor 2?
No, that's
Didn't
the,
care.
that's the only thing I liked. I want to mention.
I didn't care.
I like
for
that email, the shit that's made by fucking Team Ninja. That was the one thing I did
I
like.
like Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank had me kind of sold, man, but I mean, that was gameplay. I wanted to see something with Uncharted, like another stage on Uncharted, them actually doing a live demo of that shit.
I mean, how much do you want them to show? You want them to spoil the whole game?
They've only showed us one fucking mission, dude.
They showed you
us that
two
one thing at
gameplay
E3, and they
missions.
showed us the multiplayer beta.
Uncharted is a good multiplayer. I've been getting into it actually lately. I gave it another shot. I'm more of a Last of Us. I like that multiplayer because it's more slower, but this is pretty good actually. I just don't like that magic shit. I've never played the Uncharted multiplayer in my life like from the previous game, so.
And then the other thing, man, was the ending sucked ass. Like, they literally had that ending where like you didn't even know it fucking ended. You know, you seen the fucking little dialogue of the dude coming out on the fucking video, and then it was done. I mean, usually most like, you know, when they did their E3, they ended on a high note. They didn't end on a high note at all.
And they came. That guy came out there with a Crash Bandicoot t-shirt. And
Oh
he
yeah,
just
I
had
I
got
don't
so
even
irked
give
by
look,
that.
man. I don't give a fuck about the Crash Bandicoot shoot because I'm gonna tell you right now, all these people bitching about Crash Bandicoot. Did you play the last two? No one played. No one talked about the fucking last two. No one
I
talked about fucking Crash
played the last
Bandicoot
two. They were okay. They
TNT
were
Racer.
okay.
You
I
know, you
played
hear
the
all
last
these people
two.
bitching about that, but no one will tell you about fucking Crash Bandicoot Attack on Titans.
I played it. I played it.
I think
it was okay.
People miss the Crash Bandicoots made by Naughty Dog. Like 1, 2,
Yeah,
and
but
3.
that's not gonna happen. Naughty Dog has grown the fuck up. They're not gonna make another goddamn Crash. I mean, and they don't even own the rights to Crash anymore.
I
So,
think
I
maybe
mean,
you guys kind of got the wrong idea of what PlayStation Experience is supposed to be. I mean, I
I'm
know
thinking they're
there's like
showing
a.
their A guns. I mean,
I know there's a stage.
Wait. Everybody gets worked up. Everybody criticizes Nintendo for their directs and how some of them are hit and miss. We can't criticize the PlayStation experience the same way. Why does Sony
Well,
get a pass?
see, that's what I mean by a lot of people are kind of confused about what it is. Nintendo Direct is like a little hour-long thing that they put on the internet for you guys to see. Well,
but
that
isn't that
show
the
is
same
kind of,
thing as the PlayStation Experience? It's only 2 hours. That's an extra hour on there.
actually what the PlayStation Experience is. It's like a 2-day long event, and it was held at some conference center in San Francisco.
But in that
Where
2 day
they
long event, they showed the exact same shit they showed on the fucking press conference. I watched the stagings and shit. It wasn't anything new and interesting. There wasn't
yeah,
anything to write home to. Yet again.
but they didn't show you the other 140 games that were live and playable for anybody that went there.
Oh yeah, well, and that's the thing. I mean, yet again, they're still not showing us their A game. I mean,
Well,
when
they're
I'm
showing
thinking
it.
of your own
They're
fucking
showing
press
it.
conference, I'm
They're
thinking of
showing
your A
it to
game.
the people. They're showing it to the people that went to the event. They're not necessarily showing
So then you're
that
cutting out a
in the
large fan
1 hour
base that
show.
wasn't there.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
the
if
PlayStation.
that was the case, they should have took out of that 140, they should have took the top 50 games or the top 10 games and showed them at that fucking press conference.
Well, they
'Cause
wanted to
no,
show
your top
off. They
10, they
showed
were
off
bad.
new games.
Well, it's called the PlayStation Experience. Like you're supposed to go there and
The
experience it.
PlayStation Experience, the keynote was okay.
I don't buy with that,
It
man.
was okay.
I'm going to give Sony a bone. Like, there were 2 games that really stood out to me: that Final Fantasy VII gameplay, and that Ni no Kuni 2. Other than that, I just.
I give them the shit from Team Ninja. I give them the fucking Final Fantasy VII, and I give them the Ratchet and Clank.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Ratchet and Clank.
That's really about it. Everything else looked like something I really just didn't give a fuck about watching. And I watched it.
That's your preference.
Well, this is what we're talking about. We're giving out our opinion.
Do you own a PS4?
I own a PS3, but no, I don't own a PS4, and I don't really see any reason to get one.
Okay. All right.
Right now.
Do you own an Xbox One or like a PC?
No, he doesn't own an Xbox.
I own a PC. I own an Xbox One.
Well,
Like
I mean,
what-
it is true though. Like most of these events, like anytime Nintendo does do a direct, you know, people do expect them to bring out the kitchen sink and everything. But I was underwhelmed with the PlayStation Experience. But I was sick too when I watched it. I like the Killing Floor too. I thought that was cool. I've been wanting to play that because I watched Icy Rhythm. He plays that game. It looks really cool.
Here's my thing, man. They had 4 press conferences this year, and I mean each press conference has been mainly third parties and indies. Really.
Well, the thing about a lot of the exclusives that PlayStation has, it seems a great majority of them are timed, except maybe Uncharted. And,
Is Killing Floor timed?
Killing Floor is coming to PC.
Well, Killing Floor is on PC already, but I'm just wondering if Xbox One is getting it.
The one that I don't think Xbox One is getting is that one from Epic Games, which actually looks pretty good. I'll have to pick that up.
Okay.
Is Horizon time?
No, Horizon is exclusive. That's
Is Last Guardian time?
They own that studio. Neither is.
I'm not interested in Last Guardian.
We don't even know if Last Guardian is actually going to come out. We don't know if Sony just threw a bone in that conference and just was like, well, we need to show people something, so we're going to show them a higher.
Relevant now for another 6 years.
We're going to show them a
well,
higher.
he is true because if you go get the GameStop list, it says NA on Last Guardian for 2016. They have not came out with a release date.
And you figure they didn't even announce a release date at the experience, so that game's still pretty far along. I mean, it.
Really? How do you know it's far along?
You
You work on the
Horizon Zero Dawn. It's got an NA on it.
What'd you guys think of the Capcom Cup at the PlayStation Experience?
I'm not into fighters like that, so I didn't really care.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
How was it?
How was it? I don't know. I didn't get to watch it.
Nobody watched it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody watched it.
Yeah, it was. I have to say it was a disappointment. My problem is, you would think. Then I know people are gonna get mad if I say this, but you would think with PlayStation in such a big lead, they would be giving these some great shit. They got a lot of good stuff, but I'm just trying to figure out why they're in the lead.
The thing is, Sony's in like this Wii 60 syndrome where, they had the Xbox 360 and you had the Wii, which were pretty far ahead, and Nintendo was really lax during the Wii generation. Like there were gems on the Wii, there was stuff to play on but they never put it out in the forefront because the mainstream audience wasn't into games like.
And I think that's what a lot of people.
Wait, hold on. I have a very important question. Can anyone name me an exclusive Can anybody name me a console that has more exclusives than PlayStation 4 right now?
I really don't even know the whole exclusive list for the PlayStation 4, so I can't really tell you that.
What's the exclusive list for the PS4?
How many exclusives are there?
And don't knock PC.
Don't use that whole console exclusive BS.
I'm not talking about PC. I'm talking about Dave asked why PlayStation 4 is in the lead.
I'll be honest, I don't know the fucking exclusive list.
Dave asked why PlayStation 4 is in the lead, and I said, can you name your console with as many exclusives?
No. I didn't say PlayStation. I said PlayStation.
But here's the thing. Obviously, if there's a consensus right now that most of us don't know the damn exclusives, they're doing something wrong.
People.
I mean, Kenosha doesn't even have a PlayStation 4, and you're an Xbox fan.
I have a PS4.
People don't buy a lot of Sony exclusives. I mean, you can go look at VG charts. The top selling games.
I don't do VG charts at all.
The top selling games are multi-platform games.
Well, that's because you can't compare a selling game off of a multi-plat and exclusives, because exclusives will never be able to outsell a multi-plat.
No, I'm talking about.
That's just honest truth on that.
I'm just talking about just on the PlayStation 4, not as a on all three consoles. On the PlayStation 4, they're the top selling games are multi-platform games.
And are we talking about first-party exclusives, or are we talking about second-party and third-party exclusives?
Everything.
Everything? I still wouldn't be able to name you the list because, in all honesty, I never even gave a fuck because I haven't seen anything really besides like Bloodborne, and I've tried that Order. I didn't really like that. Fucking Killzone Shadowfall. I actually somewhat liked that, but the story made no fucking sense.
Until Dawn.
I didn't buy Until Dawn.
You got Knack.
Knack
was pretty good. I will give them Knack.
You got Infamous Second Son.
Yep, Infamous.
I was never into the Infinite series either. I am waiting for the Uncharted though.
You got some of them JRPGs. You got
Disgaea 5.
But see, yet again, that appeals to a certain audience. That's like what people like.
I asked about exclusives. I didn't say if you like them or not.
Yet again, I can tell you right now, I don't know their exclusives offhand. I can't tell you their list. What is the list?
How about Gravity Rush Remastered?
Gravity Rush 2.
That game looks fun.
And Gravity Rush 2.
Gravity Rush 2 again. That game's
I'm
fun.
not sure what to think about Gravity Rush.
MLB The Show.
I don't know if it's gonna feel any good.
Somebody asked, I think it was Dave, like, you know, there's not a lot of exclusives. How come the PS4 is in the lead? Because if you want a zombie game next year, you're going to have to get Killing Floor 2 on the PS4. I'm not sure if it's timed exclusive or what, but think about how many zombie games are on the Xbox One right now. If you want a baseball game, if you want
I think Dead Rise is still good. Dead Rise 3.
Yeah, I like
that. Yeah. That's not really the same thing. I'm thinking more like a game like Left 4 Dead.
It's a zombie game.
A zombie shooter like Zombies, Call of Duty.
Oh, are you talking about zombie shooters?
No,
yeah.
I wasn't saying why is the PS. What I'm saying is you got the PS4 in the lead, but I'm saying what are they giving you besides, I guess, exclusives? Like, look at Xbox. They're giving you everything under the thing.
But their exclusives are so niche that, honestly, most of the panel didn't even know what the exclusives were.
How is Xbox giving you everything? Aren't they flopping?
You can't tell me Xbox is not giving people a lot of shit.
What?
Let's just put their PlayStation Plus versus Gold right now. Let's look at how many free games I get over on Xbox versus PlayStation.
Not only that, but they gave you that controller. They gave
I'm out of wealthy. I don't really care
change.
about that.
I buy games too, but I like free shit too.
I get 6 games a month from PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, same here.
I'm saying on one console. On one console.
Well, one console
on
and
one
one
console,
Xbox.
not on PlayStation 3 and Vita.
Yeah, you got it. If you have all the consoles, they do that.
Yeah, but you got a lot of PlayStation 4 people buying PlayStation 4s that have PS3s and Vita.
You're right.
So when you're asking like why would they go out and buy a PS4, well, it's kind of a one ecosystem with PlayStation Plus where I get games for my Vita and games for my PS3 for free.
Yeah. I'm just saying on one platform you're getting a lot of shit.
And the games we're getting are cross-buy.
Microsoft's having the better bundles this holiday season overall.
Well, they will be doing cross-buy with the no, it won't be. Probably cross-play with the PC and Xbox One when they start doing that. Whenever that goes on.
Well, they're doing that with the Fables Legends. They're doing that with Sea of Thieves. They're doing that with Halo Wars,
and with my fucking third-party games like Just Cause, Rainbow Six, Fallout 4, I get free games. I get Fallout 3, Just Cause 2.
They're old games. Nobody cares.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's still a game.
It's still a value. It's still worth going out and buying
game.
Yeah, the Gears of War Ultimate, you got 4 extra games with that.
No, you got a total of 5 because you got the original Gears also.
That's fucking nuts.
No, Dave, are you playing the original Gears right now?
Not right now, but I will be.
Well, I'll just say one thing about that. You can't discredit something they're giving you free that the competition isn't.
Yeah, exactly.
But I bought Far Cry 4 on the Xbox One because it came with not Far Cry 4, Fallout 4 because it came with Fallout 3, so I bought it for the Xbox One. And happens to be.
What? This is the person that told me that why did I buy Fallout 4 on the Xbox One? You bought it?
Well,
I think I told you don't make the same mistake I did. Because the Xbox One version that I got, because it came with that free game, is like the shittiest version that hits 0 frames per second.
It works for me. It did stutter twice though.
So you can also play Killing Floor 2 on the PC. Steam's having a sale right now.
Yeah, $20. I mean, it's a great game. It's kind of a game now that other zombie shooters are like copying now because it's like the best game.
Oh, so it is a good game though. I'm looking.
Yeah.
What about this new game from Epic that they showed at the PlayStation Experience? Epic Games.
I think that's an exclusive, as from what I'm saying, but they never said if it was time or not. But they did say it was exclusive.
Anybody like that, or what's the name of
I
it?
definitely like the way that game looks.
Does anybody know the name of it? I don't have a list.
Paragon?
Paragon.
Is anybody looking forward to that besides Armored?
I mean, it's just we've only seen CGI, right?
Oh, they only showed CGI. Okay. See, I was dozing in and off during that. I was sick, but I mean, I wasn't really interested either.
Like I said, it didn't keep the interest, man.
It didn't help. It did not help my interest at all. But I was feeling shitty that day. The PlayStation VR is what I really wanted to see, and that was a big disappointment. Ratchet and Clank, I guess, looks good for some people.
Wow, there's a new Hot Shots Golf coming out for the PS4.
Bear Hug.
Actually,
when is the Hot Shots Golf coming out? RXO next year?
I don't know. I'm just looking at this list of the playable games from the experience.
Oh, okay.
No, the game that surprised me the most was Yakuza 0. And this is actually coming out physical, even though the next Yakuza game 5 is coming out on PS3 and it's digital only, so that actually surprised me. Because Sega is really fucking weird with their translations. They'll take like forever. That was actually surprising. Ace Combat 7 was another one that surprised me. But a lot of the games that actually interested me, they didn't show it on the floor, like Severed for the PS Vita. Or
I thought they said that the Vita was going to be a legacy console.
actually at this point, all the new upcoming games are only from third parties. I don't see any Sony games coming out in the next 5 months or so. But there is a lot coming out. Oh, exclusives too, actually. Actually, if I was to...
See, I guess that's what I consider main exclusives, man, is like first-party exclusives. That's where I want to see their bread and butter at. Like, I want to see another God of War.
Well, the Wii U has shown that a console cannot survive on first-party exclusives alone.
Oh, yeah.
It's impossible. But
I mean, I would like to see that. I mean, anyone see that tweet from the God of War producer actually tweeted out asking why he was on stage, sitting so far back and shit, because he had an announcement, and then everybody was thinking it was going to be God of War 4, and then he announced that one game.
so that's why people are salty that there's no God of War announcement.
Yeah, because he tweeted out before the show started that why is he sitting so far back?
Yeah, well, that's another thing. Like anytime Nintendo gets a tweet or something, people get overjoyous and they get their hypes
And then
up.
what's his name didn't even know why he was wearing that fucking Crash Bandicoot shirt, which that motherfucker should have got like a triple XL or some shit. This shit was way too tight on his own.
Yeah, he did look a lot better. No, I think a lot of people do tend to misinterpret, or they just immediately think of it. Like my favorite, just like a news a couple months ago or very recently, was that there's a lot of PC gamers that thought there's this PS Vita exclusive game for the PS. There's coming to PC because someone said, "I'm making a hot cup of water." 12 Hours is coming to Steam because of that.
Hey, excuse me, but there's an echo. There's a really bad echo.
No, there's echo.
Yeah.
Flash all the way, son.
So I turn off my microphone when I don't talk.
Barbara stole my question.
Other than that, I got the NPDs. I guess, what was the top selling game this month?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Yeah.
I mean, that was already going to be projected anyways.
Battlefront got number 3. I was hoping that would get number 1.
Where was Fallout at?
Huh?
2.
Where was Fallout at? Because I was predicting Call of Duty or Fallout on number 1.
Fallout got, I'm looking for the list right now.
Where's Tomb Raider?
I was thinking Tomb Raider was going to be at the bottom. I think it was going to be at the bottom.
Yeah.
I guess all those people that said Tomb Raider was just a copy of of Uncharted. Well, this month it is Uncharted,
What's up,
as in
sweetie?
not on the charts.
I don't know
The thing about Tomb
why people aren't buying. I bought the game. I love it. It's probably my game of the year. I'm just not. I gotta finish. I'm just about getting close to getting done with it. I'll make up my mind, but it's really good.
thing about
I just started Tomb Raider. It's a really good game. It's probably the Xbox One's best exclusive,
Yeah,
and it's a damn shame that they're not buying it.
I don't understand that at all.
yeah, they were so hyped up about it being exclusive to their system, and they don't buy it. They don't
I
buy
think
it.
it's as good as an Uncharted game.
All right, so this is the list. You got Call of Duty Black Ops 3 sold better on the Xbox One than the PS4 for the month of November. You got but still sold on the PS4. You got Fallout number 2, Star Wars number 3, Madden 16 number 4, NBA 2K 16 number 5, FIFA 16 number 6, Need for Speed number 7, Halo 5 Guardians number 8, 9 Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and 10 Just Dance on the Wii and Wii U and all the other consoles. But yeah, it wasn't bad. Star Wars got 3, so I'm happy there. I was hoping to get like 2 or 1, but Call of Duty on the Xbox One outsold the PS4. Why is that?
Because it didn't count bundles.
Oh, okay.
Because come on, we know what kind of people are Xbox fanboys, Xbox gamers.
Do Bro Nation. Do Bro Nation.
And
Gangsters!
PS4 was the top-selling console of November. They won November.
All the Xbox One gamers bought Call of Duty, and all the PS4 gamers split their purchases between, I don't know, Battlefront and then a bunch of indies.
I am now going to be the new savior of the Xbox community.
Did you buy an Xbox? Did you buy an Xbox One?
Yep.
You did?
An Xbox One finally.
Ooh.
I almost bought an Xbox One. I saw it for like $250 at Costco, but it was bundled with fucking Lego the video game. So I was like,
Oh yeah.
Now, did you buy Tomb Raider?
Nah, I ain't buy.
No, nobody's buying it. Nobody wants that game.
Well, isn't most of the Tomb Raider fan bases on
Game of the year
PlayStation?
button right here. This game's awesome. I love this game.
Isn't
I'm opening
most
the
of
system up
the
right
Tomb
now,
Raider
so.
fan base on PlayStation or something?
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, okay.
So what made you decide to buy an Xbox One over a PS4?
Well, I'll tell you the reason why. It's very simple. At this point, they're so similar. I didn't really care. That was major into it, and then I went to the store, and this was there, and the PlayStation 4 wasn't. So, and the Xbox community needs a savior. So, I'm going to be that guy.
Or Grimpachi will say, guys, the Xbox is a strong 5 in my opinion.
Hey, if it's
Now,
if it's a strong 5, I got 15 days to bring it back. I damn sure will. If it's a strong 5, the hell on.
You know, one thing I noticed is I was in the upload studio for the Xbox One, and I was trying to make a video with commentary on it, but the gameplay was kind of drowning out the commentary, and I couldn't find a way to lower the volume of the gameplay. Does anybody know how to do that, or is that just...
I had the same issues, and you can only do 5 minutes of gameplay. If you want to do more, you have to like add it together or some shit. It's a pain in the ass. That's one thing I will give. Like the Upload Studio has a lot more options, it seems like, than Share Factory, but Share Factory is so much easier to use, and you can do 15 minutes of gameplay, and you can lower your audio, and you can do all that shit. There's got to be a way to do it, though.
You know the shitty part about that is, before the update, Upload Studio, you were able to change the volume of the commentary and stuff.
Yo, is the Xbox One like 100 pounds? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's not a light. It's not
Are you unboxing that right now, Grim?
Hell yeah, I'm opening it right now.
It's 100 pounds in Europe where nobody buys them, and they discounted them to 100 100 pounds,
I'm
or
gonna be
US $120.
I'm gonna be testing a lot of stuff with the console. It's a lot of stuff I want to see can it do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna definitely be
Cool.
making videos on that. Now, what I do hope though, because if you guys know my Xbox One controller that I bought for my PC,
Mhm.
brick. I hope that it brick. I was installing some drivers, some official drivers, and the drivers the update crashed, and it told me to do it again. And when I did it again, it just never turned on. And a bunch of people were saying, well, when that normally happens, and it was kind of sad that it normally happens. They said if you plug it into an Xbox One, they'll fix it. I didn't have one, so now that I have one, I'll see if it works. Who knows?
You bought a $300 fix?
Nah, I didn't do it for that reason. That would be retarded. Nah, I didn't buy it. Yeah, I bought
You know the
Xbox One to fix my controller.
the great thing about the Xbox One is that the controller will turn on the console up to 90% of the time. Like most of the time, it'll turn it on. Not all the time, but most of the time it will.
Really? Only most of the time?
Only most of the time.
Like I'm saying, like I think I'm pretty sure I'm gonna enjoy the system, but I definitely am going to be trying out a lot of different things with it. Try to do a bunch, and I'm gonna constantly like do videos on like I'm doing with my Steam controller. Like I got a video for that. I need to condense it though. So
Well, at least the rubber on the controller will not, fall off.
Now, actually, I got another decision to make too, because unlike RXL, I am in college right now. I'm wealthying it. I don't have money just all the time, so I might buy a PS4 next week. I don't fucking know. Or I might, because it's a lot of work. The type of work I do is Christmas time, and a lot of people are trying to get shit fixed, and I just did a big painting job, so. People want to get their house painted and shit before the holidays, so I may get a PS4. I may just I planned on getting a capture device and some games, so I may get a PS4 instead. I don't know.
Does anybody know any good fight sticks? I might
the Wii U gamepad.
They have a fight stick.
I don't know. Does it really make it better?
I heard the gamepad's digital fight stick. People said it's like the closest. It's like if you didn't have a fight stick, it's the best thing to having a real one. Which I mean, I don't know what that really means, but I guess that means it's good.
The best.
How do you make it so your Wii U gamepad works on your PC? Is there a way to do that?
Oh, from what I'm to understand, you have to have Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and you have to buy the fight stick digital mode or some shit for change. It's like. I think someone said it's like some change or something, and then I don't know if it works for just that game, but or if it works for all fighters. But they said it works for Tekken, so.
The Wii U toy pad.
The Wii U toy pad.
Oh, I saw your video when I was out, RXL, about Xenoblade, and a lot of people were probably getting mad, but this is what I want to say. Like you said, Xenoblade is rated T for teen, and there's not too many games that I know of that kids don't play. Kids play all games. So
little Paco loves it. My nephew, little Paco.
so when people were getting mad saying, "Oh, it's not for kids," I'm like, kids play Xenoblade. I don't see why.
Do kids play Leisure Suit Larry?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone played Leisure Suit Larry, to be honest with you about that.
Okay.
It was some dog shit.
Hey, I played this game the other day. It's called Five Nights at Freddy's. What the hell is the point of that game?
I was gonna get it for my iPad, and I decided not to.
The only thing I could tell you about that game is it's like a horror game, ain't it? That's what it's.
You're like an operator at a amusement park or something, and you control like the sound, the different cameras or something. I don't know. It didn't. They had the last one when you're in a kid's bedroom or something. I watched all the reviews of it. They said the first one's the really good one. They said.
Now I never played it, but I do watch a lot of people talk about the story of Five Nights at Freddy, and the story is interesting.
Oh.
I bought it, and the story is you work at a Chuck E. Cheese, where it has these animated thing, those animated machines that perform the songs, like those robotic bears and shit.
Yeah.
And so you're in a room and you're watching them, and I was sitting there changing between cameras, and like there's a bunny there, and then you switch cameras, and then he's moved or he's not there no more, and then they killed me, and I'm like, what the fuck was I supposed to do?
You gotta like close the doors or some shit.
Well, you know that Assassin's Creed Syndicate is actually a great game. Highly recommend it.
I thought you were gonna say it plays like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Nah. I was surprised. I'm playing this game and I think it's great. I don't get all the hate. Yeah.
Yeah, the Assassin's Creed, the Jack the Ripper DLC comes out Tuesday.
Yeah, I went to go to the comments and what do I see? A bunch of crying. Oh, I'll pick up this game when it's $10.
What?
You know what that is, right? Those are people that are broke and can't afford it.
I need to get I do need to get me I'm gonna get like them $69 360s from GameStop.
What is it?
They got like 360s for like $69 or something. I'm gonna pick up a 360 probably because
I'll pick that up.
huh?
Sounds like an awesome deal. I'll pick that up.
Yeah, it's used. I mean, the only reason I got a 360, but my disc tray is broken, so I only get play digital games on it. I got physical games that aren't available digital, so I want to play my NBA Street, so I need a
Oh, you got an Xbox One? That thing's fully backwards compatible. You don't need
No,
that
it's not.
360.
No, it's not. Man, look, like all this week, I've been seeing people like when I was out of town. I've been watching some certain people on YouTube, and people are still comparing what Sony's doing with the PlayStation 2 games as backwards compatibility. I don't know how many times people have to explain.
No,
It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
All
They're
Sony is doing, like I had a discussion with a dude, and you know, one dude was acting crazy. He was a prime example of like when people tell me Xbox dudes are crazy. Like other than certain people that I know of, I didn't see too many people. This guy was acting retarded. Like I told him, look, you know, Sony isn't doing backwards compatibility, so to compare it doesn't make sense to Microsoft. And one dude was like, you know, we came to an understanding. He was like, yeah, it's not backwards compatibility, but Sony should do it. I said, you're right, but it's still retarded to compare the two if you know it's not the same thing.
Well, you know what Grimpachi always says, gamers can't read.
I don't even think it's a gamers can't read. Oh, we gonna keep the Dude Bro Nation going. You know.
I don't know,
King,
Grim. You
King.
sold out. You bought an Xbox.
Hey King, are you gonna get that Devil's Third, brah?
I don't have a Wii U. I was gonna get a Wii U actually.
Okay.
I was thinking about it until I remember Dave said he would kill me if I got another one. So I said, I don't want to die. So
You know, you could have gotten a Wii U and told nobody about it.
yeah, I mean, I know that. I mean, but no. See, I couldn't have told nobody about it because, like I said, for the longest, I've been wanting to prove myself a gamer, so I needed to buy Elgato, and I was going to use it on my Wii U. So if I got one, but I'm gonna use it on the Xbox One though.
Other than that, anybody got anything?
Devil's Third came out today.
How is it?
We mentioned that in the beginning. Anybody buy it?
It's probably crap. It's probably a crappy game. Garbage. It looked like garbage when I first saw it.
I think it's actually going to be pretty decent. I think it's going to be kind of like a No More Heroes or that type of feeling of a game. Like eventually, I'm pretty sure since the multiplayer is coming to PC, eventually the single player part will come too, and I'll just probably pick it up there. But I think it's going to be decent. I don't think it's going to be amazing, but I think it's going to be maybe a 7. Like I can see that game being like a 7 or something.
Grimpachi trolling again.
No, I'm so serious.
Yo, he's serious.
So serious.
Has anybody seen the footage from E3 about this supposed like backstage NX press conference where they show off the NX to investors?
No, I didn't hear that.
No.
That must be an N4G article right there.
No, there's a YouTube video showing the whole like video presentation of it.
What is it like? Is it like a comp? Oh, you talking about that?
It's like a room. It's like a room full of people, and it's supposed to be
like a tablet or something.
It shows the Nintendo NX, which is like a newer version of the 3DS, but it plays. But it plays your 3DS and your Wii U games.
Okay, cool.
So it's like a console and handheld. I was just wondering if that thing was proven to be fake or not.
It
Hmm.
probably is fake because Nintendo isn't gonna let stuff like that just go by the radar.
Well, I
Because it looks
have
like somebody's throat is somebody's in the back alley bleeding out.
well,
Somebody.
I have heard that there's some rumors or something that Nintendo patented a touchscreen controller, like from the description I saw. Imagine like a controller with the joystick grips, but then the rest of the controller is just like a touch screen, and it looked like in the description it was a image of a game, but then it had like the touch screen buttons. And I had a discussion with it, I think with Active Says about it, and I told him, I think if anybody could do it right, because he was like, touchscreen controls suck. And I said, well, most of these mobile developers probably don't even give a fuck when they actually try to make a game, a actual game pad control scheme. Nintendo could do it right, but at the same time, I keep telling people I like Nintendo, but with the Wii U, they put doubt in my brain. So I think Nintendo has the talent to do it correctly if that's what they're doing, but they didn't really do nothing with the gamepad. So who knows how long it would take for them to do it right? I don't know.
Do Bro Nation.
Do Brody.
Coco or still a Vita
They need
God.
Oh
they
yeah,
need
I say it all
something
the time.
they need something to repair Wada's legacy.
Did you piss on his grave?
He's
Oh,
still dead, by the way.
I don't
For,
know the man. I don't know the man.
for the people months later still leaving comments on my video, he's indeed dead. They buried him. They filled him with embalming fluid, which turned
Isn't
him
there
into
like
pretty
a
much rubber.
video about that?
Didn't people cry? Didn't like Blackbuster critic cry?
He cried
look,
about
look,
it.
man, look. Blackbuster critic crying about Iwata's death. Look, I just say this. I mean, I'm not saying those were fake tears. I'm just saying I don't believe them whatsoever because, like, when he was like, man, these guys were saying all these fucked up things about him dying. I'm like, man, I've been watching Blackbuster for years. Not for years, for 2 years. Let me just say, well, yeah, that is years, but you know what I'm saying. It ain't that long. 2 years I've been watching him. And he's reported on a lot of fucked up things. So I'm like, for you to cry over this, where you've reported on quote unquote pedophilia and people,
Sonic
uh,
brain fart.
yeah, people humping Sonic characters, weirdo shit all the time, and now you're crying
Well,
because some people don't, they're disrespecting Iwata's death.
well,
It just,
because he didn't just die; he had an anal disease, which is also factual.
Yeah, anal disease.
Factual.
man, it's hot in here, man. I think my Xbox One turned on the heat.
And I will say the Xbox One doesn't make a noise. My PlayStation
No,
4
it don't
sounds like
make
a jet
it
engine.
don't make no noise.
My
No.
PS4
It's that
sounds like a
it's
jet engine.
it's that Xbox One. It's heating up the room.
Oh, it
Might
is
have to get a
weird
new
though.
PS4.
So, but like I said, I can't. I mean, I can get a PS4 next week, but I don't know, man. Like I got too many systems as it is. I'm probably just gonna chill out with the Xbox.
We'll
Okay,
be back.
yeah, okay, you do
He said,
that.
"I'll
You
be
go
back." I mean,
do
I'm
that.
always here, man. Look,
Okay,
I'm I'm
okay,
I'm
you
I'm
go.
gonna I'm
You do
always
If
that.
you've got one, you don't really need the other.
I'm always going to report on PlayStation news. I'm always going. Well, I don't report on news. I'm always going to talk about PlayStation, Xbox, everything. But the Xbox community needs somebody that's not crazy, and I'm that guy.
So you're basically gonna be their Shokio?
No, that would mean I'll be like sometimes damage controlling and saying
The new one stop for gamer, the face of Xbox,
no.
the face and chicken wing of Xbox.
I'm more of the I will be the voice of reason for Xbox. Let's just
Okay.
or somebody that isn't like I said crazy.
What's the craziest thing I ever saw
Okay.
at a Twitch stream? One stop was, saying things about RXL's wife. RXL then said, used to be farm equipment 200 years ago. Shut up. I was like, wow. Things have gotten real.
Well, that's what they got to do when they got nothing on me. They got to either make up things or like attack my wife or attack children that I don't even have.
Well, I will say this: the Xbox One gives you a short ass USB, I mean, a HDMI cord. I'll tell you that shit.
You don't need that much cord for 720p.
For the distance of where mine is and my TV, that's why I got the long ones, but I can make it stretch. Or I just have to use the other one I was using before for the 360 on the Xbox One.
So Coco, how's that Vita that they say has no games?
Oh yeah, I've got like 10 games pre-ordered already for next year, so I'm good.
Man, they just draw Earth Defense. I never played one of those. I'm gonna have to pick that up for the Vita.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for my copy to arrive.
You know, PlayStation keeps sending me these emails every week, like 3 or 4 Vita games coming out. I'm gonna tell them to stop lying to me. There's no games for it.
Are any of those video games actually any good, or?
Yeah, there's a lot of good Vita games, especially if you like Monster Hunter style games. Like I use my Vita really to play indies and shit. Honestly, like I wouldn't.
Those memory cards, though. Those memory cards. That's.
Well, that's what I would tell you. If you're going to use your Vita and you're going to mostly have physical releases and mostly play indies on it or some shit, all you will probably need is like maybe a 16 gig. If you plan on downloading full release titles, man, just go ahead and get that 64.
Yeah, I got a 64.
You'd better find you a 64 gig memory card.
And see me, I don't mind like deleting and re-downloading. The problem with the Vita is this. I don't like how Sony did this shit is that let's say you delete something off the Vita, right? Digital. It deletes everything about the game. You don't have the
only does that for the Vita game itself. Like if you were to download delete a PSP or a PS1 classic, it wouldn't delete the save. But for some reason the Vita games deletes the save with
well,
it.
the reason that is it's just a form of DRM, and it's also a form for Sony to make more money because the easy way to get around that is if you have PlayStation Plus. If you have PlayStation Plus, you can put the game save in the cloud. So if you delete it, you delete it off the system, you can just re-download it from the store and go to the cloud and get your save again. But since I'm not paying for Plus, what I have to do is go to my PC or my PS3 when I had my PS3 and copy a save over. But see, that's funky too because you don't just copy the save. You can't access just the save file. You have to literally copy the entire game over. So I got to copy 6 gigabyte games onto my PC, which that's not a big deal. I got a hard drive, but that's still retarded.
It's a long process as well. And it's like some of the Vita games are like really huge. Like some of the larger ones are like 6 to 8 gigabytes.
I mean, the Vita showed me Danganronpa. Oh,
Yeah.
always love it.
Hey,
yeah.
that's coming to the Steam.
Supposedly, honestly, I'd be very happy with that because Danganronpa is like one of those must-plays for this generation.
Great game.
Oh yeah.
I haven't played it yet.
It's a fucking must-play. Buy it right now.
I mean, the twist in those games are,
Who you guys gonna think win the corporate slave wars?
It has to be Blackie.
Who's gonna win the what?
They're talking about Black Bond shit.
I stopped watching Black Ball a long time ago.
Oh,
You
you said
did?
you're playing video games out the room or whatever.
Who?
Blackbone.
Who's playing video games out the womb?
That's what Blackbone said about you.
Oh yeah.
I vote for Jack Move Johnny.
That's what.
Corporate slave.
I don't care what anybody says. Jack Moon Johnny forever will have intro of the YouTube generation. That intro is great. Well, one of them is the one where he's like, "I'm a boss nigga." Well, the other ones, RSL had a good one, but he stopped using it.
I'm gonna get one like Dave's. You know how Dave's it says like all the stuff on his channel, like reviews and blah. But mine's gonna be like trolling, more trolling, even more trolling.
You need to just put back up. Like I asked you this a long time ago before I started doing videos to send me a copy of it because I wanted it to be my ringtone. You need to put that skibbity bop e-bag, put that shit back up.
I'm gonna switch to news articles for a while because you know how when you call out these article readers, they're like, not anybody can do this. If they could, they would do it. So I'm gonna do a little experiment where I just read news articles and see how many subscribers I get and prove that anybody can do it.
I bet you're gonna make a lot of money.
I mean,
with
you won't be
that
like
too.
broken
You're
games.
gonna get paid real good, RXL, for reading them news articles, huh?
Broken Games is selling T-shirts. People are hunting them down in the streets to play Mortal Kombat. It's a celebrity.
I want to know who's buying a Broken Games HD T-shirt with like a baby with a fucking AK on his back. I want to know the dumb fuck who's buying that shit.
Well, you know, Broken Games HD is just the PlayStation fanboy crybaby, so that's the best thing. That's the best symbol for him.
I mean, I don't think he's a fanboy. I look like a PlayStation fanboy as like Pyro. Something like that.
Well, I mean, the guy does make people go to sleep. You gotta admit that.
I also want to know who went out and bought a crap gamer BGST fucking T-shirt.
Well, you know, they apparently Next Gen has so much money, but he has to beg for donations to go to E3. Just saying.
No.
If he's trying to get all these interviews from like Phil Spencer, you know, to join his podcast, if he thinks he's on that level, why aren't they sending him tickets to E3?
Probably because they probably looked at his channel.
I mean, he's poor. He had to move like what 5 times in 1 year.
How did my tiny little channel score a PlayStation Experience ticket from Sony?
Did you go to that?
No, I would have went, but they have a thing like they gave me the ticket, they paid for it and everything, and they said for your and one, you just put their name on this list, and then so I put my wife's name on there, her username and everything, and then I just never heard from them, so they never gave me a ticket for her, so I just didn't go.
Oh. Wow. I can't wait to hear what Jay Barr has to say about the experience. He actually went, so he might have a whole different perspective.
I can tell you this though, when I turned on my Xbox One, it immediately told me to update this motherfucker. They still haven't, like, that's stupid. They still haven't just installed the day one update. That's retarded.
Now pack yourself a lunch. You're gonna be there for a while.
Yeah, I might as well like catch up. I've been gone for a week, so.
Oh, get ready for those Xbox One updates. You'll get one every week. You'll get them for the system, you'll get them for the controller, and you'll get them for the games.
Every week.
Xbox has some long install times.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna be reporting on all that stuff. Like it's stuff I want to see that I can do, you know, with the Xbox One and using it alongside my PC. So I'm gonna be, you know, talking a lot about that type of stuff.
You know what you can do? You can put a disc in and install it, but instead of installing it from the disc, your Xbox One will just download it from the store and install it that way, taking 5 times longer than it needs to be.
Yeah, the disc is nothing more than a key card. It's just a key card for you to access the game.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, right? Another reason why I got the Xbox One is because Mr. T recommended it.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, just wow.
He hit me up on a private message. He turned his Mr. T voice off and said, "Grim, I've been more on the Xbox One than the Wii U, and I don't even have my Wii U anymore." And I'm like, "Wow."
Oh, wow. That's so shocking. That is just so freaking shocking.
He doesn't have his Wii U anymore?
That's
a joke.
Okay.
Well, anybody's got anything else? I'm gonna shut it down. I think it's good to go. I'm good tonight.
Xbox is the best box.
Go to my channel, rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Leyland Casing. Thank you, Dave, for inviting me to this great podcast.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, RXL, for joining as always.
Forget N4G, forget Review Tech USA, and forget Broken Games HD. I will read you your news articles from here on out.
Thank you, One Piece Fanboy, for joining as always.
DBN.
There you go.
Thank you, Baba Kakarok, for joining as always.
Always nice being here, Dave. Thank you.
Thank you for joining as always, Kenoshi.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. And anybody